The Jefferson County Basketball Showcase is back and better than ever on WMIX and WMIXSports.com, featuring Waltonville, Weber Township, Woodlawn, Wayne City, and Cesar-Valliere. The showcase is presented by Community First Bank of the Heartland. Welcome back to personal banking. The showcase is also sponsored in part by Crossroads Community Hospital. It's more than a hospital. It's what healthcare should be. The Collision Pros at Cesar Auto Body, Newell Furniture and the General Store in Woodlawn, Ren Lake College. It's time. Visit your virtual counselor at rlc.edu. And by Coach House Garages, Ford Square and King City Chrysler. You can count on us, the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois. State Farm agent Scott Owens. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. And People's National Bank. With the Coach House Garages pregame show, the showcase starts now.
Welcome in to Waltonville High School as tonight the path to Peoria, known as March Madness, begins as the Waltonville Spartans and Waltonville High School host the Class 1A Boys Basketball Regional. A very pleasant Monday evening wherever you may be listening in on WMIX 94.1 FM as well as online at WMIXSports.com. I'm Denny Czerwinski. We bring you to play-by-play. Joining me alongside is the voice of Mount Vernon Athletics here on WMIX, Chris Hugo, here on the Coach House Garages pregame show. If you're in need of a garage, protect your car, prized possessions, Coach House Garages has the building for you. Call Daryl Sheridan at 244-1061 for a free on-site estimate. Both teams warming up here as we sit on the stage here at Waltonville High School. And, Chris, it's one of those deals. It's the next 3 weeks. We'll end up in Peoria, somebody, somewhere. There'll be teams that have state titles over the next 3 or 4 weeks, but a long run, a short run, it seems like. Doesn't last very long when you get in the middle of it, but an exciting time of year.
Well, exciting indeed, and it's unfortunate from a sense that the basketball season is almost over, but for teams tonight, this starts the path to Peoria and a chance for them to go after a state title or even a state trophy. For some, though, it means the end of their season. Tonight you have a very good matchup between Christopher and Weber Township for the first time this year. These two teams have not met up. It'll be their first matchup. But as we take a look at these two teams and their different paths through different conferences to get to this point tonight, it'll be very interesting to see how this one shakes out between an 8-17 Weber team, much improved over the course of the year, or a Christopher team, somewhat trying to find an identity over the past few weeks, ever since the midwinter tournament, where they have quite a few losses stacked up against not as many wins, but a Christopher team that did finish over 500 in Eric Stallman's third year. And both teams warming up. The winner of this game plays on Wednesday night against the Waltonville Spartans, who are the number 1 seed in this regional. We're keeping track of scores from around the area. There's, of course, girls super sectional play in 1A and 2A, sectional play in 3A, 4A, along with other Class 1A and 2A boys regionals getting underway. Those scores will be brought to you by Scott Owens and State Farm Insurance. Talk to your neighbors and talk to State Farm agent Scott Owens and see why State Farm insures more drivers than Geico and Progressive combined. Great service, plus discounts. Like a good neighbor, State Farm agent Scott Owens is there. We need to take a break. When we come back, we're going to talk a little bit more about Weber Township and Christopher. You're listening to the Waltonville Class 1A Boys Basketball Regional on WMIX.
A Coach House Garage is money well spent on craftsmanship that's sure to get compliments.
Don't cut corners on your garage. It adds value to your home. That's why you need to see the professionals at Coach House Garages. Choose from a variety of Coach House Garage designs, or they'll build one to your design. For a dealer near you, check the yellow pages in Mount Vernon, or go online to CoachHouseGarages.com.
More than just a garage. More than just a garage. It's a Coach House.
Hi, I'm Bria Ashby with Community First Bank. It's always my goal to make the transition to Community First Bank as easy as possible for our customers. Our handy switch kit helps in doing just that. Whether it's direct deposit, auto transfers, or online banking, I'm here to help. Come see me at our 42nd Street location to open your account today and let me remind you how banking should be. Community First Bank with locations in Mount Vernon, Woodlawn, Dix, and Ina. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
We're worldwide. This is the Showcase on WMIX and WMIXSports.com. Presented by Community First Bank.
Coach House Garages brings you the pregame show. If you're looking for a garage builder, build a quality garage at a fair price with a 5-year in warranty and financing available, then a Coach House Garage is for you. Call Daryl Sheridan at 244-1061 for a free on-site estimate. Denny Czerwinski, Chris Hugo alongside here at Waltonville High School. And first and foremost, before we get out of the gate, as we always are, and have been already tonight and will be the whole rest of the week. The hospitality here by the faculty, staff, administration, and also volunteer help here at Waltonville High School, second to none. We appreciate everything they've done for us tonight, have promised this week for us, and we look forward to coming more here this week a couple more times to do ball games.
Oh, yeah, we'll be here, a couple more times this week after tonight, but just a great thanks goes out to the folks here at Waltonville High School hosting tonight and doing a great job. And Eric Widges and his staff in the athletic department, of course, have taken care of us and promised to take care of us throughout this regional week, and we certainly appreciate their support and their help in getting our pass to Peoria off the ground here tonight.
And that pass is off, and we'll be back here again this week. We'll be back here on Wednesday night for the Waltonville, the winner of this game, and then on Thursday night, the Steelville will take on the winner of Wayne City and Czerwinski. So the game at hand, first off, the Christopher Bearcats, coached by third-year coach Eric Stallman, 13-12 overall, 4-8 in the Black Diamond Western Division in 5th place. A team that comes in their last 8 games, that's since the midwinter tournament time, 3-5, and really, Chris, a team struggling, a tough loss to Czerwinski at the Horn in the last couple of weeks, but got a win against DR on Saturday night. But this is a team still trying to find their way, a young team under Eric Stallman, but struggling here down the stretch of their final 8 games.
Well, the youth movement, you thought they might have found their identity prior to the midwinter tournament time for both teams, but coming in struggling, as you mentioned, 3-5 down their final 8. They finished 4-8 the BDC, good for 5th place. But you take a look at the teams that they fell to along the way, and it's found that they fell to some weaker competition. A loss to Goreville on the road, a loss to Chester at home, a Chester team that challenged Goreville for 3 quarters on Saturday night for the BDC West title. And you look at the teams they played. Of course, they fell to Waltonville on a Tuesday night in January, 49-34. But this is a younger team, not quite as much experience as you might find on teams around the way, but they come in the 4th seed in this regional. And you take a look at the top 4 seeds, and any of them have legitimate chance of winning this regional championship. Christopher, of course, no different. However, it's going to be a tough task to get past a Weber team, Danny, that's improved immensely over the course of the season.
And this Christopher team, of course, in their 3rd year, coached by Eric Stallman. Tough Black Diamond West. You look at some of their losses. Czerwinski on a 1-point shot where they should have won, missed the layup at the end. Gave Chester 5th before falling, gave Goreville 5th, but then Trico. And again, it's a Christopher team that will get better, but again, it's a young team that's going to come around. Their first couple of players off the bench are freshmen, and that's the thing when you look at, they're going to bring freshmen in off the bench.
And they are, and we'll see how that stacks out tonight against a Weber team that's a little bit older, having some seniors in the lineup. And you take a look at what Weber has done over the past few games since the midwinter tournament as well. You kind of take a look at that resume, and at the midwinter tournament, of course, midwinter time, and yeah, there we go.
On the other side of the coin,
there that is.
We're more familiar with, even though we've done a couple of Christopher games. The Weber Township Trojans come in with a record of 8-17 overall, 3-6 in the Midland Trail, good for 7th. A Weber team that has struggled since midwinter time, only 2-6. Since that midwinter tournament, which were them with the Midland Trail Conference tournament, trying to find their bearings. They go along the way here. A win over Sandoval and Grave on their last 8 games, but gave Wayne City 5th, gave Clay City 5th. Have been in some games lately, but again, this cannot get over the top with the scoring part of it.
Well, and that's the case. That's I started to go into a moment ago. Notes are back. They beat Wayne City twice already on the year before, falling to them at home. And it's tough to beat a team 3 times, but now you don't have to worry about that necessarily right now. Of course, they come in the 6th seed in this regional. They will play tomorrow night against number 3, Cesar. But you take a look at the game against Patoka, and that's kind of the one I take the most stock into. They went into Marion County, played Patoka, lost by 2. A Patoka team that many think might be a team to challenge at Christ-Our Rock in the Woodlawn Regional. And as of just a few weeks ago, some were saying that if any team was going to knock off Woodlawn at the regional, could very well be a Patoka or a Christ-Our Rock. Now, whether that happens, obviously that's going to be a tough chore. Not saying that's going to happen, but you look at that win they got on the road, and it's definitely some style points for the resume. But they go into Sydney, of course, on the road to finish out the regular season, get beat by about 29. But that's a Sydney team that Waltonville can attest. It's a tough place to play in northern Wayne County.
We'll take a break. A 1A Super, Goreville and CHBC headed to overtime at Salem. We'll have more scores later on. Let's take a break. You're listening to the Waltonville Class A Boys Basketball Regional on the Showcase on WMIX.
I'm meteorologist Dave Bowers. We'll look at your next rad weather. Showers this evening and then clearing late tonight. It's going to be windy, colder, a low of 26. Tomorrow mostly sunny, brisk, and much colder, a high 36. Tomorrow night, clear and quite cold, a low 16 to 20. Yeah, look for Wednesday, bright sunshine, but cold, high only 31. And then on Thursday, it's a cold rain. You have to watch for icing early in the day with a high of 36. Next rad weather from WMIX, Mount Vernon, Illinois.
With 2 new hospitals, trusted physicians, and dedicated staff, it's clear that our local healthcare industry is helping to make our community stronger every day. Hi, I'm Terry Prosize, a commercial lender and healthcare banking specialist at Community First Bank. I'm putting over 20 years of healthcare and business experience to work for our medical community and local businesses. Whether you have an expanding physician practice, an existing business, or hoping to start a new business, I have the financial prescription for you.
Community First Bank with locations in Mount Vernon, Woodlawn, Dix, and Ina. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC, equal housing.
Sensor Auto Body would like to take a moment to remind everyone driving to and from the game to drive safe and be alert. Sometimes events happen beyond your control. When it does, take your vehicle to the Collision Pros. Sensor Auto Body is pre-approved by most insurance companies throughout Southern Illinois. This allows them to get the parts ordered quicker, getting you back on the road faster and in showroom condition. Sensor Auto Body, 602 South Park in Sensor, or call 625-3523. That's 625-3523.
When an emergency happens, time is everything. You don't want to spend time in a waiting room, so choose Crossroads Community Hospital. With their 30-minute or less ER service pledge, the entire team is committed to working diligently to have you initially seen by a physician within 30 minutes of your arrival. When minutes matter, choose the ER that doesn't waste time. Choose Crossroads Community Hospital. Visit crossroadscommunityhospital.com to learn more. If you are experiencing a medical emergency, call 911.
For more scores and insight, follow us on Twitter at WMIX Sports. Now, back to the showcase on WMIX.
Coach House Garages. If you're in need of a garage to protect your car or prized possessions, Coach House Garages has the building for you. Call Daryl Sheridan at 244-1061 for a free on-site estimate. Kind of like the comedians say after a joke, we'll be here all week. Chris, it seems like we will be here all week. Back here on Wednesday, here on Thursday. We got coverage all week here from Waltonville, odd nights, and then, of course, we have coverage on from Woodlawn as well, trying to get everybody covered as we always try to do here in our Jefferson County Basketball Showcase.
Well, you will, and as having so many teams in this region, we're doing the best we can, obviously, following the Mount Vernon Rams tomorrow night on the road to Effingham, but then back on Wednesday night, where we're pulling off something I'm very proud of, a doubleheader of the Showcase from 2 different locations. And, of course, we'll have Woodlawn tonight, or South Central are owned at 6 o'clock from Woodlawn, and immediately following that one, we'll be here for Waltonville and the winner of this one in front of us. So that'll be Wednesday. Thursday, we're back for Steelville and the winner of SB and Wayne City. And then Friday, we might have 2. We'll see what happens. Could have the Woodlawn Regional Championship on AM 940, but we'll have the Mount Vernon Rams regular season finale against Carbondale on 94.1. Should be a great week. Both teams have been called to their benches. Of course, it's all serious tonight, everything by the book, being that it's postseason. Both teams lining up. The winner of this game plays on Wednesday night against Waltonville at 7:30, a game you can hear right here on WMIX. Let's pause for a break. We'll come back with starting lineups and the opening tip. You're listening to the Waltonville Class 1A Boys Basketball Regional on the Showcase on WMIX.
Southern Illinois now has a better home for sports. It's the all-new WMIXSports.com. Jam-packed with local scores, video highlights, and archives of every local sports broadcast on WMIX. Did your team win? Missed that game-winning shot last night? Didn't catch your favorite coach on the Saturday Sports Show? WMIXSports.com is right at your fingertips. On your computer, your smartphone, your tablet, or your video game console. It's the all-new WMIXSports.com. Another free service from Withers Broadcasting.
Hi, this is Melody True, Relationship Specialist with People's National Bank in Mount Vernon. People's National Bank is a true community bank that specializes in offering a wide variety of products to suit a wide variety of people. We offer free checking, interest checking, certificates of deposits, home loans, business loans, online banking, mobile banking, and much more. Stop by any of our People's National Bank locations or visit us online at www.peoplesnationalbank.com for more information. People's National Bank, serving Southern Illinois since 1909, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Combine comfort and savings store-wide during the President's Day sale at Newell Furniture and the General Store in Woodlawn. Lots of items like Lazy Boy recliners, sofas, sectionals, and Sealy's Optimum Cool Gel bedding are sale priced. The General Store is packed with fresh new market stuff, and you'll get 15% off store-wide. Plus, pay no sales tax on any in-stock purchase. But hurry, the President's Day sale ends this Tuesday at Newell's.
The Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois welcomes Dr. Beth Conradi to their medical staff. Dr. Conradi specializes in comprehensive pain management using a multidisciplinary team approach by working with other specialists for optimal diagnosis and treatment of pain. Dr. Conradi will treat most conditions of the spine, including management of cancer pain. Dr. Beth Conradi, helping to make life better day after day at the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois in Mount Vernon. Call 618-242-3778.
Daily schedules, scores, and more. Find WMIX Sports on Facebook. Back to the showcase on WMIX.
Scores bounding around everywhere. Follow us on Twitter at WMIX Sports or go to WMIXSports.com. Our Twitter feed rolls live there. All these scores going on around all night, all week here in Southern Illinois and around the state. We'll tweet them at WMIX Sports on Twitter, and also they'll show up at WMIXSports.com. Here's the starting lineup. Brought to you by People's National Bank. Stop by People's National Bank and let them remind you what Bank of the Local Family-Owned Bank is all about. Visit a branch near you or log on to peoplesnationalbank.com. I'll turn it over to Chris Hugo for the starting lineup.
First for the visitors on the scoreboard tonight, coached by Chad Harper. The Weber Trojans are going to go with number 10, Greg Odell, number 14, Colton Dye, number 21, Ty Henderson, number 32, Dakota Dickey, and number 34, Levi Height. For Eric Stallman's Christopher Bearcats, their home whites tonight, they'll go with number 3, Jacob Towers, number 12, Tyler Atchison, number 22, Eric Young, number 33, Kevin Mertz, and number 34, R.J. Koo. For the Christopher Bearcats, 13-12 on the year.
Those starting lineups brought to you by People's National Bank. Have instant access to your account anytime, anywhere with online banking from People's National Bank. Log on to peoplesnationalbank.com. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender. Nice crowd on hand here, especially from Weber Township, making the journey over from eastern Jefferson County to west Jefferson County. Christopher with a smaller crowd, but just as loud as it's postseason. It's win or go home. Hate to be redundant and whatever else. The scores that have already trickled in, CHBC and Goreville girls play are in overtime at the Salem Super. In 2A regional play, Carmi beat Hamilton County 45-38. West Frankfort beat El Dorado 61-56 in an upset at Hillsboro. Greensville beat St. Anthony 51-40. And in girl boys play 1A, Caro beat Dongola 78-48. And in boys play 1A, it was Red Hill over Clay City by a score of 58-33. It's kind of hard to write one number and think of another. That scoreboard update brought to you by Scott Owens and State Farm Insurance. So how do you really know your bargain insurance isn't going to cost you big if you have an accident? Talk to someone who knows. Scott Owens, your State Farm agent in Mount Vernon. Call 242-3770 to get to a better state. Well, here we go. Why you play all year to get to this point?
Well, it is. You hope that your schedule has been tough enough. You hope that you found the momentum at the right time. And most importantly, you hope that you have the game plan that's going to get it done here tonight for your team if you're these head coaches. And I think for Eric Stallman and the Christopher Bearcats, of course, you're relying on a youth movement. Not anything could happen, but you have a little bit more athleticism perhaps. But for Chad Harper, the Weber Trojans, Danny, you have a little bit more senior leadership. You have been tested with teams like in the Christopher tournament, and of course, in the Midland Trail Conference, but you kind of get the feeling this is going to be somewhat of an even matchup tonight, but will the seats play out? That's the thing. Did the coaches do their homework when they voted on the seats?
We are lucky here tonight, veteran officials, David Davis and Ted Mapp from Mount Vernon, and Chuck Hughes from Gallatin County. All officials with an incredible amount of experience. Very lucky to have both of them here tonight. The tip controlled into the backcourt by the Weber Trojans, and they will take over here on the opening possession of the night's game. That is Odell with it as Christopher goes man-to-man. Odell right wing to Henderson, top of the key to Height. Height on a couple of dribbles, guarded by Towers. Towers is a stickler defensively. It'll be fun to watch. With it left wing is Henderson behind that three-point line. He will be gearing for baseball here in the next couple of weeks, going to Rend Lake College next year on a baseball scholarship. Henderson between the circles with that dribble as we're underway. Still dribbling, taking a lot of time. Now picks up the dribble top as he throws in the corner to Dickey. Dickey back out top of the key to Odell. Left wing with it to Ty. Left elbow. Now goes to Henderson in the left corner. Back out front to Dickey, top of the key. Looks right, throws left. That's to Henderson in the corner. Henderson will take one dribble in from 17 foot. No good. Rebound to Dickey in the paint. Goes up over three Bearcats. No good. Tipped around. Towers has the rebound. Gets it to Mertz, back to Towers, and the Bearcats will begin their possession. We're sitting on the stage on the south end of the gymnasium as the Bearcats come strolling it up. On the left wing for Christopher is Young. Shot from 15, rattles off the mark. Rebound put back for Christopher, up and in by Merckx is good. The Bearcats take a 2-0 lead. Not a lot of defensive rebounds for the Trojans underneath.
That was a good stick back by Merckx that time, Denny, inside the paint. Let's see if that sets the tone here tonight for the Bearcats.
Up across the timeline. Odell with it on the right side. Anderson with it on that right wing. Takes the dribble, gets to a die down the lane. Tipped out of his hands, picks it up under the basket, tipped out of bounds by the Bearcats. It'll stay with the Trojans. You're not a number of credit score Community First Bank in the Heartland. If you're a person or business with needs, and to the good and the bad, Community First Bank in the Heartland will stand by you. Inbound from Colton Dye into the left corner to Henderson. Top of the key pass, that is to Ike. On the right wing to Dye, deep behind the three-point line. Top of the key, Henderson. Henderson goes to the right. Now out left side to Ike. He'll throw up a three-pointer from the left side. It's good. Levi Ike sees the three goggles go up, and it's 3-2 Weber on top. 6 minutes to go in the first.
That worked out well for Weber, Danny. A little left wing three after a play. They tried to go inside the paint, tried to hit Dye on a cut to the basket. It was tipped out of bounds by Chris for a good reset by Weber.
Towers, lob pass, dunk, missed by Young. Gets his own board, shot block from behind. Ball to the floor, scrambled in front of us on the stage in the lane. Dickey fights for a jump ball, and he'll stay with Christopher.
You know my outlook on that. If you're not 100% sure you can pull it off, don't do it.
Yeah, he had an awkward dunk, had to dunk it behind his head. Speaking of something great, All-Stars and Stitches, if you can put a logo on it, All-Stars and Stitches, probably will print it for your school, organization, or company. They even do apparel. Give Big Dave a call, 435-5555. That three is up and in on the inbounds pass from Tyler Atchison. And it's 6-5. No, it's 5-2. 5-2, correct?
Yes.
I was going to say.
6-3, I could tell.
It's just 5. Wait a minute. Everything's all messed up then. We got to stop. I got to get things caught up. Henderson in the lane. That goes to Odell. Layup, no good. Rebound, Towers. Towers comes the other way. Towers to the middle of the floor. I was going to say that score's not right. I knew something was wrong, and it's still not right. As there's another jump ball in the lane as they have a little rugby scrum as Merckx and Dickey tied up. I've got 5-3.
Well, 5-3.
This is exactly what I had the first time. Nice try, fellas. Can't get us up here.
I was more worried about the foul, catching the foul, so I missed the mechanics.
5-3 on the jump ball. With it, Odell comes around the middle of the floor. Odell has it. Left elbow, now picks it up, goes right wing to Dye. 3 ball on the way from Colton. It's good. 3 goggles glove for Colton Dye, and Weber has a 6-5 lead. Good start for the Trojans here tonight in this one. A very winnable game for both teams. Towers goes left wing.
Trojans 0-3 inside, 0-2 or 2-2 outside. Incredible.
In the left corner, Atchison shot no good. Rebound goes to Colton Dye, weak side. Dye will get it to Odell. 4:25 to go in the first quarter. Weber leads Christopher 6-5. Odell throws right wing to Henderson. Henderson holds at the waist. Gets it to Colton Dye. Right elbow jumper. Rolls around. Rattles off the iron. Merckx with the rebound. Gets it over to Towers, who sprints into the front court on the left wing. Towers gets cut off. Still with the dribble, though. Goes in the corner to Young. To Towers to Atchison. Now in the corner in front of us. Merckx tipped out of bounds by Colton Dye. Crossroads Community Hospital sponsors the player of the game. When this one is over, Wide Hours and other emergency rooms, Crossroads Community Hospital's emergency department pledges you'll be seen by a physician within 30 minutes of your arrival. Inbounds coming out top of the key from in front of the Weber bench to Towers. Back to Atchison. Lob pass Merckx. Faces the basket. Goes to Towers. Left elbow. Thought about the shot. Couldn't get himself balanced. Goes in the left corner to Young. Young inside pass tipped and stolen away by Weber Township. Odell will dribble it up for the Trojans. Across the timeline. He'll throw it at the top of the key to Dickey. Dickey with it. Out to Odell. Dribbles to the left elbow to Dye in the left corner. Back out to Dickey. Over on that right side, Henderson. Now at the top of the key. Extended away from the right elbow. Couple of dribble. As Henderson surveys the defense to Dye in the corner. His 15-footer long off the mark. Rebound goes to Atchison for the Bearcats. Out to Towers in the front court. He pulls up. Gets it to Koo. Koo with it in the left wing. That's Atchison now atop the Towers over the Atchison right wing. 3 ball on the way is up and off the front of the mark, and we got a push off. That's going to be on R.J. Koo. That should be the first foul of the game on either team.
The second. Merckx picked up a foul earlier.
Really?
Yeah.
It was not a jump ball?
In our school, no, it was a foul on Merckx. That's a shocker. Well, this is during the score debacle. Yeah. Oh, you mean that score?
That score and the score debacle. 6-5. With a basketball. Stop the key, out of bounds. That will go as an unforced error to Weber Township. Facebook.com/WMIX Sports. We already had some people that found us today on there and liked us. We have all kinds of new content. Just put some new stuff up a while ago. We'll have some content up during this game as well. That's at Facebook.com/WMIX Sports. Like us while you're there. Towers goes left wing. They're going to rotate it all the way around the corner. Coloni walks with the basketball, but got away with it as it tipped out of bounds. Twinkle-toed feet got away with it there. Shame. We'll get a scoreboard update here, and we'll tell you what we're talking about. Towers with it, top of the key. Towers is looking left corner for Coloni. Off his feet, couldn't catch it. Gets Henderson on the steal. Christopher does not look like themselves that I've seen this year. Hunter Wheeler's going to check in at the next dead ball for the Bearcats. Odell kicks it left wing, and what do we have? We have a three-point shot, but it will not count because before that, Greg Odell charged into a Bearcat defender. That's his first, team's first. Wheeler's going to come in for Coloni. And Wheeler will jump in for the Bearcats, who trail 6-5. They're looking for a lead. As Coach Stallman calls out Carolina. Towers goes to the left. That's an illegal screen. Hunter Wheeler steps in, moved his feet, moved his body. Easy call. Legal screen. We go the other way on the turnover. With locations in Ida, Dix, Woodlawn, and 2 in Mount Vernon, Community First Bank of the Heartland is proud to be the official voice of the Jefferson County Basketball Showcase. Weber with a basketball to 1-point lead as Odell comes across the timeline, gets fouled by Atchison. And, Chris, right now, Weber's got Christopher a little off balance here to start with.
Oh, they do, and I think they're kind of shocked a little bit that they're trailing 6-5 off of 2 3 balls. But turnovers, also offensive fouls on 3 of those turnovers. But then you have this foul here, puts them at 4. It'd be interesting to see just how many more fouls Christopher picks up and how early Weber gets to free throw shooting.
Odell throws it right wing to Anderson, double teamed on that wing, gets it. Unless that was tipped, that was a travel. Oh, well, Odell down the lane, throws up a 10-footer off the mark. Henderson rebounds, puts it up, shot blocked, tipped around, and we got a foul. It's probably going to be on Odell. He got a hand in on Towers, and that's who it's going to be on. That's 2 on Odell and 2 on the team. That hurts Weber, as Odell will have to play less aggressive, and for him, he has to be on an edge a lot of times to play well.
Well, you're going to have this entire team on an edge tonight against a team like Christopher.
Towers with it on the right wing, gets in the corner to Atchison. His 3 on the way is up and in. Well, a nice shot by Atchison. He knocks in second 3 of the game. It's 8-6 Bearcats.
Christopher, and I should say Atchison, now 2 of 4 from beyond the arc.
As Odell will bring it across the timeline, 8-6. Weber Township on top. Our trails by 2. Henderson backdoor cut die. Goes to the rim, fake 3 Bearcats. The only problem was that Burks came through and blocked his shot. Towers comes streaking the other way. Atchison right wing, right baseline, 10-footer good. Ooh, what a nice play. Atchison makes the shot. Chad Harper wants a timeout. Weber trails Christopher 10-6 with 1:12 to go in the first quarter. We'll tell you about the Saturday Sports Show every Saturday morning on AM 940 WMIX, as well as online at WMIXsports.com from 8:08 a.m. to 10 a.m. with guest scores talk, and, of course, that WMIX Sports social media question of the week. It's 1:12 to go in the first. Weber down 10-6. Decent start by Weber. An ability to get rebounds has cost them some points here in this quarter.
Well, it has. They have just 1 defensive rebound. They have 2 offensive rebounds that have led to nada. But they have 2 threes on the night that have kept them in this ballgame. Thing to look at since then is since Weber made the 2 quick threes to take a 6-5 lead, not only is it a 5-0 run for Christopher, Danny, Weber is ice cold from the floor. They are 0 of 4 since the 2 3 balls.
A couple other scores rolling in. We'll get an update here in just a little while when we're able to. Girls and boys scores going hot and heavy tonight. And unfortunately, right now, girls playing Southern Illinois is not looking pretty. With it on the right wing, there goes Mr. Austin to the rim, but ice pass Austin didn't work.
Well, that's a great call by the baseline official. And the thing was, Danny, is that was an instance where it was going to be too close to call, even if it would have been the wrong call. You have to go after that basketball because you're in a position where you can get it from going over the timeline and make a play.
There across the timeline, Towers with it. Top of the key, Atchison back to Towers, to Merckx, right at left elbow to Wheeler in the right wing. Wheeler, those are to Merckx. Backdoor cutter, that's the coup. Triple team, back out to nobody. That ball's out of bounds, and it'll belong to Weber Township. Some good defense here by the Trojans.
Need this good defense to translate to good offense here. Again, ice cold. 2 threes fell a little bit earlier in this first quarter. Need a bucket here, especially as the first quarter winds down with 37.7 seconds.
Eyeball that one. See what I'm saying? We've talked about that a lot on Saturday Sports Show.
Oh, yeah.
Different scores coming in. Henderson with the top of the key, left wing to Die. 30 seconds to go in the quarter. Die around the ball screen, right wing with a 3 ball on the way from Hyde is up off the mark. Off the hands of Moser, but he gets it saved. Good play by Moser. Henderson in the lane over to Hyde. Shot fake block from behind. Rebound goes to Christopher. Young with a basketball across the timeline of 14 seconds. To Towers, top of the key with 10. Towers goes right wing to Atchison. Atchison inside. Shot from 15. Young in the lane is good. Eric Young knocks down a shot. Weber probably will not as Henderson throws three-quarter court and will hit the rafters. End of one quarter. Christopher 12, Weber Township 6. You're listening to the Waltonville Class 1A Boys Basketball Regional on the Showcase on WMIX.
Talk to your neighbors, then talk to State Farm agent Scott Owens. See why State Farm insures more drivers than Geico and Progressive combined. Great service plus discounts. State Farm wants to get you all available discounts. That's why we apply the savings automatically during your quote. Want confirmation that you're getting all the discounts that you're eligible for? There's a State Farm agent right here in Jefferson County who's always happy to help. See Scott Owens in Mount Vernon or call 242-3770.
Do you farm or operate an agriculture-based business? Then Community First Bank is for you. Hi, I'm Steve Down, Agribusiness Lending Officer at Community First Bank. With our roots firmly planted in Jefferson County, we offer the stability, strength, and personal attention that you deserve. Community First Bank wants to be your financial partner with customized products for both your personal and farm banking needs. Stop by any of our 5 convenient Jefferson County locations to see how we can help your business grow.
Community First Bank with locations in Mount Vernon, Woodlawn, Dix, and Ina. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Back out to the WMIX Sports mobile studios on WMIX at WMIXsports.com. This is the Showcase, presented by Community First Bank.
8 minutes in the book here at Waltonville. 12-6, Christopher on top of Weber. Denny Czerwinski and Chris Hugo alongside as Colton Dye opens up the scoring in the second quarter with a 3. The goggles go up. 12-9. Weber cut that lead down from 6-3. Towers sets it on the left wing to Wheeler. In the corner to Merckx. Merckx holds above his head. Top of the key, Atchison, right wing to Towers. Towers one dribble, picked it up to Merckx at the right elbow. In the lane, shot from 10, jump hook, no good. Dye on the rebound. Weber comes the other way and could tie it up. The 1-2-2 zone now from the Bearcats. Weber struggles with some pressure this year. Top of the key, they throw in the right corner to Henderson. Henderson, inside pass, back out front to Henderson from Mosier. Henderson knocks down a shot.
That's what they need from interior offense, Jenny. Can't live by the 3 tonight.
It's 12-11. Across the timeline, Bearcats have it. That is Young, goes into Towers. Top of the key, Atchison, the Wheeler on the right wing against the Weber man-to-man. Towers inside pass, shot from Young from 15 short, tipped off the backboard. Merckx has it fouled. Colton Dye had it, lost it. Colton Dye's going to get a foul. Can't fault the effort, just couldn't get a hold on that bottom basketball.
Oh, that was a great effort and just a little too much contact that time going after the ball. 13 foul now on Weber, Danny. Not necessarily in a bad shape.
Love it. Our correspondents are everywhere. We have a long list of correspondents around Southern Illinois. And it just gets even better. Tripped in. Oh, Christopher has it. Inbounds pass to Merckx. Last shot good. Merckx makes that look easy. And if Merckx gets loose in there, he could do some damage. Tallest, biggest, strongest guy on the floor, more than likely. Pass tipped and stolen away. Here comes Young after the steal. Got the pass. Layup back. Layup no good. Towers rebounds. Glass good. Jake Towers gets on the board at 16-11. Bearcats 5-5.
By name and reputation. Towers just went up there and got that offensive rebound. Stuck it right back. Good play.
And across the timeline is Austin. Austin on the dribble, guarded by Towers. Towers is a relentless defender as he is all over, but there goes Austin around Towers to Henderson in the right corner. Holds above his head, inside pass to Ice, tipped and stolen away. Merckx gets it out to Young on the front out. Young around Henderson, layup good. Young has 4 points in the game. It's 18-11. Bearcats actually leading by 1 on a 6-0 run. Things start to turn around maybe here in Southern Illinois for some of our teams battling to go to Bloomington.
Yeah.
Dye, top of the key. Goes to the right side on the dribble against the man-to-man. Leaves it for Hyde on the right wing. He'll throw it out top of the key to Henderson. Left corner to Austin. Austin holds, takes the dribble. Now to Henderson, top of the key. Henderson holds above his head. Now to Austin. Austin has it. And leaves it off for Hyde, who throws it left wing to Moser. Moser out top of the key to Austin. Austin with it, dribbles over to the right side as Towers tries to cut him off, throws it to Moser in the corner. We got a step on the line. Come start a bank relationship at Community First Bank. You won't be disappointed. Community First Bank of the Heartland. Welcome back to personal banking with locations in Ina, Dix, Woodlawn, and 2 in Mount Vernon. Also, WMIXsports.com. We got scores and schedules, archives of both audio and video. We have highlights, and our Twitter feed runs wild on there with scores and everything. In case you're not on social media, go to WMIXsports.com for instant scoring updates. As Christopher had probably their worst offensive possession of the first half right there.
If that's what you want to call it.
It was ugly.
A turnover there for the Bearcats. It'll be their 5th of the night, and a big opportunity for Weber down 7 on a 6-0 Christopher run. 5 to play in the first half. See if they can get a set together here. They found some interior scoring from Ty Henderson just a moment ago. See if they can find some more. Now have to depend on the 3.
Ty goes into Henderson, back out in the corner to Austin. Shot blocked on the 3-point attempt. Towers with the basketball for the Bearcats. He'll bring it across to Wheeler in the corner. Atchison inside to Koo. Has it stolen away by Colton Dye right in front of us as we sit on the stage. Austin leaves it for Odell, who's back in with those 2 fouls. Odell will come across the timeline. Goes to the right side on the dribble, down the lane, battles Towers, travel with the basketball. Towers is one of those kids in the next 3 years. He can make a reputation for himself defensively as one of those stoppers in Southern Illinois.
Yeah, he'll be that guy you don't want to go anywhere near. And just a great defense set there, but a good job there by Weber to try to shake the defender. Just could not get the feet stopped on the jump stop and ended up turning the ball right back over.
Atchison has it in the right corner to Towers. To Atchison, they play catch. Atchison 3 from the right corner, no good. Rebound Henderson. Henderson leaves it off to Austin. He'll look for Odell, and the Trojans will try to cut in a 7-point lead here with 4 minutes to go in the first half. WMIX Sports Mobile Studio, driven by Ford Square and King City Chrysler. That's how we got here to the ball game as Weber has it across the timeline. Henderson top of the key, out to Austin top of the key. They exchange spots to Henderson on the right wing. Henderson holds at the waist. Inside they go to Dickey. Shot fake, goes in, ball on the floor stripped. Wheeler had it, lost it, ball on the floor, Odell. Bodies everywhere. It's postseason, bodies on the floor, and Christopher will have it after the jump ball possession. Community First Bank with more Jefferson County locations than anyone else. Locally owned, decisions made here. Proud supporters of Jefferson County. It is postseason. The winner moves on. Losers get the track equipment and the baseball gear out. That's how it works. Baseball, softball, and soccer for girls. First practice officially starts next Monday. Wheeler with it on the right wing. Inside they go. Some Merckx off his hands out of bounds. It'll go to Weber Township. Christopher only up 7 right now, Mr. Hugo. It seems like if they can handle catch their turnovers down, they could be up by a few more.
Well, they could, but right now they're giving Weber a chance. If you're Weber now, you're going to have to capitalize off of these Bearcat turnovers, find some points, find them however you can, but pay attention.
Hunter Wheeler picked Colton Dye's pocket. Wheeler goes up and makes the layup. Hunter Wheeler comes in with his first 2 points. The lineage of names, the Wheeler name, and Christopher continues. Odell across the timeline. Goes out, now stolen away. Here comes Young with another steal up, layup good. Eric Young has been everywhere defensively for the Bearcats, and the Trojans have been down 22-11 with 2:49 to go, and it's been all Christopher here since it was 12-11. It's a 10-0 run.
Well, it's been a game of runs for the Bearcats, Danny, and just what they've been able to do. It's as if they're unable to become rattled. And you know, you had a couple of Weber threes in the first quarter. Then Christopher goes on a run. You have a Weber 3 and then a Ty Henderson deuce in the second quarter. Then Christopher goes on a run. 2 times tonight they've gone on runs of 5-0 or more. This time it's a 10-0 run to double up the Trojans. And for the Trojans, they're going to have to come out of this time out, get something together, and find some offense quickly. Cannot afford to fall behind any more than what they are right now.
You're not a number of credits for Community First Bank of the Heartland. You're a person or business with needs, and through the good and the bad, Community First Bank of the Heartland will stand by you. Something wrong? No, I was just checking. You had to look like you wanted me to do something. Not at all. I was trying to read your mind.
There's no mind to be read right now. It's lost.
Yours is fuming like mine. Oh, Dye with it on the right wing to Henderson. 3 ball on the way. Rattles in and out. And there is Merckx with a rebound of Hunter Wheeler. The freshman into the front court. Cuts to the middle of the floor. He'll go inside to Koo, back on the left wing to Atchison, down the lane, right elbow jumper's good. Atchison has 10.
It's a pretty good shot.
Not bad. This Christopher team, after that first 3 or 4 minutes, struggled, got the rust off. And here we go. Dye throws in the corner to Ite, back to Dickey, to Henderson, to Ite in the right corner. Inside to Henderson, back to Ite. Ite with it on the right wing to Odell. Odell goes around a ball screen to Dye. Shot blocked by Mr. Young again. Now Dye tries again. Shot blocked. Merck tipped around out of bounds off of Weber. Ooh, off of Christopher. And he'll stay with the Trojans. WMIX Sports Mobile Studios driven here tonight by Ford Square and King City Chrysler. Now we got to the ball game. Dickey will trigger underneath the Weber basket. He'll look, lobs it to Henderson at the right elbow. Over on the right wing to Odell, to Dickey on the right block, turns and faces. Shot class too strong. Henderson boards and puts it up and in. Henderson has 4 in the quarter. That stops the bleeding after the 12-0 run by Christopher. 24-13, Bearcats on top with 1:30 to go here in the first half. Wheeler with it on the right wing. He'll go back to the left wing, surveying the defense. To Atchison. There's Merckx at the left elbow. Back to Wheeler. Wheeler throws in the corner. Atchison, 3 ball and away, off the mark. Tipped out of bounds. It'll belong to Weber as Christopher tips it out of bounds. Chris and I will pick a Crossroads Community Hospital player of the game when this one is over. Why wait hours? Another emergency room. Crossroads Community Hospital's emergency department pledges. You'll be seen by a physician within 30 minutes of your arrival. What's the matter?
Sorry.
Okay.
Twitter related.
There you go.
One of our new followers kind of shocked me a little bit. Sorry.
Okay, I'll look. While I look, I'll describe the game. That's what I'm here for. Ite with it in the left corner, left wing now. Dickey with it. Dickey, all right, there you go.
I should have warned
you. Henderson, yeah, you should have. With it in the corner. There's Dickey on the dribble. Now to Ite, top of the key. Wheeler all over Ite, trying to force a turnover. He leaves it for Dickey on the left wing. Dickey holds above his head. Nobody home underneath to look at. Gets to Henderson left corner. Ty picks it up, now throws it out. Backdoor cut. There goes the layup. Hunter Wheeler fouls. And getting to the line on a nice play is Levi Ite. He'll shoot 2.
It was a good move to the basket by Ite. Had the right idea, saw the contact coming, and was able to lean in and put it off the glass. But didn't really have a great look at a bucket, but now gets himself to the line to try to get it back within. Get it back within. I'm not sure what, because the scoreboard just went the other way.
Should have been a point for Weber. Should be
trying to get within single digits, right?
24-14. And that free throw no good. Koo gets the rebound off of Merckx. Ayers with it on the left wing to Young, to Towers. Now back to Young in the left corner. Shot from 10 by Koo is good. R.J. Koo gets his first point for the night. And it's 26-14. As we go under 30 seconds. We'll have a big scoreboard update coming up. Lots of scores around Southern Illinois and the state of Illinois as well. Dickey out top of the key. Neither team in the bonus in a fastly played first half as well as a great officiated game. Weber turns it over. That is Young with it in the backcourt. Gets it to Atchison with 7 with 6. Top of the key, Atchison to Merckx. To Atchison with 3. Can he get a shot off? Does at the horn. It will not go. Halftime here at Waltonville. It is Christopher 26. Weber Township 14. We'll take a break, come back with halftime scoring and stats. You're listening to the Waltonville Class 1A Boys Basketball Regional on the Showcase on WMIX.
I'm meteorologist Dave Bowers. We'll look at your next rad weather. Showers this evening and then clearing late tonight. It's going to be windy, colder, a low of 26. Tomorrow mostly sunny, brisk, and much colder, a high 36. Tomorrow night clearing, quite cold, a low 16 to 20. The outlook for Wednesday, bright sunshine but cold, high only 31. And then on Thursday, it's a cold rain. You have to watch for icing early in the day with a high of 36. Next rad weather from WMIX, Mount Vernon, Illinois.
What is good sports talk, really? Around these parts, it's the WMIX Saturday Sports Show. Every Saturday morning after the 8 o'clock news. With a vast assortment of interviews and knowledgeable in-studio discussion. It's the most content-driven local sports show on the radio dial. And it's every Saturday morning after the 8 o'clock news. Only on AM 940 and WMIXSports.com. Where you can listen on your computer, smartphone, or any device. It's all made possible by Crossroads Community Hospital. It's more than a hospital. It's what healthcare should be.
You can count on us. Yes, you
The all-new 2013 Dodge Dart continues to be the talk of the automotive world. Hi, Roy Schmidt Dodge dealer at King City Chrysler Center, Mount Vernon. The Dart's all-new driver-centric interior boasts an intuitive, fluid layout designed to be both beautiful and ergonomic. Outside, the Dart expresses an impressive level of visual drama that will be sure to get you noticed on the highway. See our growing selection of in-stock Dodge Darts as they arrive to our showroom. Or you can always stop by and see one of our sales associates at King City Chrysler Center at 6003 Broadway in Mount Vernon, Illinois to arrange a test drive. There is something for everyone here at King City Chrysler Center, and see us online at kingcitychrysler.com.
You can count on us. Yes, you can.
Face it, life can be very complicated. You need to simplify, streamline, and save time wherever you can. Life just got simpler at People's National Bank. Now get your monthly account statements online at peoplesnationalbank.com. If you're looking for a convenient, faster, and safer way to receive your monthly bank account statement, sign up for online statements available through People's Online Internet Banking. The next time you're online, go to peoplesnationalbank.com and simplify your life. You deserve it.
People's National Bank, serving Southern Illinois since 1909. Member FDIC.
Too expensive to get back into shape? Not anymore. Rend Lake College's new fitness center is only $53 per semester. They've also thought of everything with universal machines, free weights, treadmills with dedicated TV screens, ellipticals, and more. Qualified dance instructors are also available. Or go at your own pace with DVDs that can be used in the exercise room. Best of all, it's open 7 days a week. Check out the Rend Lake College Fitness Center in the Marketplace off Potomac Boulevard in Mount Vernon, or log on to rendlakecollege.edu/fitcenter.
This is the Showcase on WMIX. The Rend Lake College Halftime Show starts now.
One half of action in the books on the opening night of the Waltonville Boys Class A Regional. It is Weber Township trained Christopher 26-14 here on the Rend Lake College Halftime Show. Rend Lake College can save you thousands of dollars on your education. Visit your virtual counselor or rlc.edu to see which of more than 103 certificate programs is right for you. We need to take a break. When we come back, we'll have scoring and stats of this one, as well as some scores from around the area as well. You're listening to the Waltonville Class 1A Boys Basketball Regional on the Showcase on WMIX.
Combine comfort and savings store-wide during the President's Day sale at Newell Furniture and the General Store in Woodlawn. Lots of items like Lazy Boy recliners, sofas, sectionals, and Sealy's Optimum Cool Gel Bedding are sale priced. The General Store is packed with fresh new market stuff, and you'll get 15% off store-wide. Plus, pay no sales tax on any in-stock purchase. But hurry, the President's Day sale ends this Tuesday at Newell's.
When an emergency happens, time is everything. You don't want to spend time in a waiting room, so choose Crossroads Community Hospital. With their 30-minute or less ER service pledge, the entire team is committed to working diligently to have you initially seen by a physician within 30 minutes of your arrival. When minutes matter, choose the ER that doesn't waste time. Choose Crossroads Community Hospital. Visit crossroadscommunityhospital.com to learn more. If you are experiencing a medical emergency, call 911.
For more scores and insight, follow us on Twitter at WMIX Sports. Now, back to the Showcase on WMIX.
Halftime at Waltonville. It's the Bearcats 26, Weber Township 14. Rend Lake College, you can get a quality education and save thousands. Log on to rlc.edu to see which program is right for you. Time for the scoring and stats of this one, followed by a massive scoreboard update.
Massive indeed, but here are your scoring and stats for the first half. First, your team shooting for Christopher and Weber. The Trojans in the first half were just 2 of 15 inside. They were 3 of 7 from the outside for 5 of 22. While the Bearcats were 10 of 17 inside, 2 of 5 for 40% outside. They were 12 of 22 in the first half from the floor. Free throw shooting, Christopher did not attempt a free throw in the first half. Weber was 1 of 2 for 50%. Christopher out-rebounded Weber 11 of 10. Christopher, of course, had 8 defensive boards compared to Weber's 4, while the turnover disadvantage belongs to the Trojans, 11 to 7. Weber had 3 in the book. They were led by Colton Dye's team high 6, 4 apiece from Ty Henderson, and Levi Ite gives them a total of their 14 points. For the Bearcats, however, they had 6 in the book tonight. They're led by Tyler Atchison's game high 10. 6 points tonight from Eric Young, 4 from Kevin Merks, and 2 apiece from Jacob Towers, Hunter Wheeler, and R.J. Coo to give us our halftime score. Up Christopher 26,
Weber Township 14. Massive scoreboard tonight. Lots of basketball going on in girls play. In 1A Super at Salem in overtime, it was CHBC beating Goreville 70-57. And at halftime at Jacksonville, it is Mount Pulaski leading Oakville 23-18. In 3A girls play a final, Mater Dei beat Columbia 58-51, and Quincy Notre Dame beat Chatham-Glenwood 52-30. At the end of one, it's Civic Memorial leading Massac County 14-7. In 1A boys play, Red Hill beat Clay City 58-33. At the half, it's Neoga over Hutt Powell 39-18. Carroll beat Dongola by a score of 78-48. St. Elmo leads Beecher City at the end of 1, 10-4, and the South Central leads Odin 16-12 at the Woodlawn Regional. Class 2A boys, Carmi beat Hamilton County 45-38. Frankfort over El Dorado 61-56. Greenville beat St. Anthony 51-40, and Benton leads Vienna at the end of 1, 21-14. That scoreboard update brought to you by Scott Owens and State Farm Insurance, where he understands auto insurance is complex. Scott Owens makes it simple with friendly advice when you need it, helping you choose the right level of protection and getting all the discounts you should. Give him a call, 242-3770, to get to a better state. We need to take a break. We'll come back with the second half. You're listening to the Waltonville Class 1A Boys Basketball Regional, the showcase on WMIX.
Welcome back to Personal Banking is more than our tagline at Community First Bank. It's the truth. From our 5 locations in Jefferson County, the debit cards tied to local schools that we offer, the dozens of scholarships we provide to local youth, and even our president who sits at the front door. The Community First Bank difference is apparent. Our mission as Jefferson County's premier community bank is to provide the best customer service around. Stop by one of our 5 locations and experience true personal banking. Community First Bank with locations in Mount Vernon, Woodlawn, Dix, and Ina. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Dependable and knowledgeable State Farm agent seeks customers looking for real protection in a long-term relationship.
Look no further. Having one special person for your car, home, and life insurance lets you get down to business with the rest of your life. It's what they do. Combine your homeowners, life, and car policies and save big time. Get to a better state with State Farm agent Scott Owens in Mount Vernon, or call 242-3770 for a quote.
We're worldwide. This is the Showcase on WMIX and WMIXSports.com. Presented by Community First Bank.
Halftime about over here at Waltonville. Bearcats lead Weber Township 26-14, and Mr. Hugo, this is one of those deals here where if Weber is going to get back into it, it's going to be in the first couple of minutes, it looks like.
Well, it is. And, down 12 at half, obviously you're not out of it. But you're going to limit those turnovers. They had 8 second-quarter turnovers. They did out-rebound Christopher in that second quarter, but they just could not make the best of those opportunities. And what they're going to have to do here in the third is try to find some opportunities and capitalize. And, you give credit to a good Christopher defense because you think of guys like Merckx and Young and among others who have been pretty towers, been great defensively. The entire Bearcat team has been great defensively, but if you're Weber, you're going to find ways to penetrate, not have to rely on the three. 9 of their 15 points are for three-point land. If you want scores, we're having a couple places tonight. On Twitter, at WMIX Sports, you can follow us there, or go to our website, WMIXSports.com. That is the place to go. You either love or hate our Twitter feed, right?
Right. Either love or hate it, or you go to WMIX Sports and get instantaneous access to information being tweeted all the time. Our Twitter feed runs out front. Weber inbounds the basketball in the right corner. Henderson has it. Goes to Dye on the right wing. Now back to Henderson. Thought about the three. Will do it now, and long off the mark. And that's tipped around. Big rebound by Dickey for Weber. Dakota Dickey with a nice rebound to Henderson. He'll take a couple dribbles to the right, come back to the top of the key. Henderson splits a double team. We got a reach-in foul coming on the Bearcats. By my count, they didn't foul in the second quarter. That foul's on Towers, his team's first of the half. Clean game in the first half, as well as a well-officiated game in the first half. Makes it very enjoyable in all aspects. Dye with it to Dickey in the lane. Dickey has it taken away, as Towers has it across the timeline. Towers a lever for Atchison. He had a hot hand in that first half for the Bearcats. He throws in the right corner to Towers on the right wing. In the corner, Atchison, three on the way. The aforementioned knocks it down to three. He has 13 in the game. And it's 29-14, and Weber's got to get back into this one. Odell will walk it up the top front court. While he does that, WMIX Sports Mobile Studio, trimmed by Foursquare and King City Chrysler. Odell has it between the circles. He'll come to the right side to Henderson on that right wing. Christopher man-to-man. Henderson goes baseline, cut off to Dickey. He'll launch a three on his own. It's up, it's off the mark, off the hands. Henderson trails in the corner. Gets it off Atchison to Odell. Back to Henderson at left corner. Three happy Weber launches another one. It's no good. Young has the rebound for the Bearcats. Gets it to Towers to Atchison. Right now, in some trouble are the Trojans, down 15. Towers lob pass. There it is. Young tipped by Henderson. Gave that one up too early. Height gets the recovery. Gets it to Odell. He'll bring it across the timeline for the Trojans. He'll throw it to Henderson on the left side. Holds above his head. Henderson has it now to Dye. To Henderson. To Ide in the left corner. To Dye. Holds above his head. Dye goes off on the right side. Back to the middle of the floor. Kicks it out left wing. Three on the way for Ide. Front of the iron. No good. Ball tip. Atchison has it for the Bearcats. All around the arc right now for Weber. Can't get one to fall. Atchison goes left wing to Young, left corner. Young has it. Shot Atchison left corner, off top of the backboard, tipped around. That is Koo with it. To Mertz at the right elbow to Atchison, right wing. Towers has it and holds. Now gets it to Mertz on that right baseline. Back to Towers, top of the key, Young. Down the lane he comes. Throws up a pass over to Koo in the left block. Over to Towers' right wing. Wide open three on the way. Rattles off, but Young follows and makes it. Eric Young has 8, and Christopher right now starting to pull away. 31-14. Chad Harper wants another timeout. We'll tell you while this is a timeout as Dickey goes off. Timeout is Christopher leads 31-14 over Weber. You're not a number of credit score Community First Bank of the Heartland. You're a person in business with needs, and through the good and the bad, Community First Bank of the Heartland will stand by you. Was not a timeout. It was more to get Dakota Dickey checked on. He got hit in the head and got a little blood on the chin as well. So no timeout, just a blood issue. And now Weber down 17. Chris, got to get back in this and now. It's getting to the point where it's going to start tightening up.
It is. You're going to have to find a play other than a perimeter shot. You're now 0 of 4 from three-point land here in the second half, and just it's not gone your way thus far. You're going to have to try to work it inside.
Henderson over on the left corner has to travel as Moser tried to get somewhere quick and couldn't do it. All right. I think that's wrong. No, I saw it different. We can't give that score. We got to get an accurate score out later. Towers across the timeline. 4:44 to go in the third quarter. He'll come across to the right side. That's Atchison. To Merck's right elbow shot. Off the mark. It rattles around on the iron, but Koo has it for the Bearcats. He'll go back up. No good. Merckx follows. Third time's the charm. Right now, Christopher pounding Weber on the glass, and it's 33-14. Weber down 19 as Odell brings it across the timeline. He'll throw it to Moser at top of the key. Tip stolen away by Young. There he is again with another pilfer. Young gets it over to Atchison. Shot glass, rolls around. No good. Moser on the rebound to Odell. He'll bring it across the timeline. Gets to Colton Dye up here on the right wing. Dye has it. Shot from three short. No good. Shot selection not good right now for Weber as the rebound goes to the Bearcats. Towers across the timeline. He'll throw it to Atchison, the Young on that left wing. Now they'll skip it right side to Atchison on the right wing. Now to Towers inside to Merckx. Left-hand baseline shot no good. Dye has it for Weber and is fouled. That's going to be on R.J. Koo, his second, team second of the half. All-Stars and Stitches, if you need a hoodie, T-shirt, or Letterman's jacket, or any type of apparel for your school, organization, or business, see Big Dave at All-Stars and Stitches just west of Fenton High School. Call 435-5555. Odell across the timeline, top of the key. Comes down the lane and is fouled. That's going to be on Christopher, their third team foul. There was a plethora to choose from in white jerseys. And that foul is on R.J. Koo, I believe, his third. Team's third. Facebook.com/WMIX Sports. New content just posted about this game as far as score updates and scoring from this one. Like us while you're there. That's at Facebook.com/WMIX Sports. Inbounds coming from Colton Dye, who stands in front of us on the stage. Lob pass into Henderson. Back out to Dye. Now top of the key to Ite. Left wing to Odell. Odell surveys a ball screen from Moser. Elects not to use it. Throws it top of the key to Henderson inside. Reach over as Towers reached over the back of Colton Dye as the Bearcats starting to rack up some fouls here in the quarter.
Oh, they are. They're going to get in the foul trouble in the third quarter if they're not careful. But the thing is, you had a great play here left of the bucket inbound. Tallest man on the floor, unable to use his height advantage to try to lean in and get a shot on a catch and release instead of kicking outside. Weber ends up almost losing the basketball, but luckily the foul gives the ball right back.
Henderson goes inside. Dickey off the glass and in. That's what Weber needs to do more of, get it inside. First points of the quarter, 33-16, down 17. Wheeler across the timeline, right wing to Towers. And they'll swing it around Wheeler inside. There goes Coloni inside to Young, up and in. They did the high-low perfectly as Young goes into double figures with 10. 35-16, Bearcats on top by 19. Odell will bring it across the timeline for the Trojans. He'll go to the left on the wing. Henderson for a three. Off the mark, rebound long. Dickey chases it down to Odell, who corrals it in the lane, loses it out of bounds. WMIXsports.com. Scores, schedules, highlights of both audio and, or I should say video, archives of both audio and video games that we do. Plus our Twitter feed runs live, and we have a scoreboard update every night when there's games. Weber's going to pick up the pace. Hunter Wheeler with it to Atchison. Atchison into the front court to Towers on the right side. Kicks in the right corner off of Coloni's hands out of bounds. It'll go to Weber. With locations at 9 at Dix, Woodlawn, and 2 in Mount Vernon, Community First Bank in the Heartland is proud to be the official voice of the Jefferson County Basketball Showcase. Scoreboard update upcoming. It's not pretty right now for Southern Illinois girls basketball team. Postseason is a Black Monday for sure. Dickey on the right wing in the corner to Ike. Ike will throw up a shot short from the iron. Henderson gets the rebound, puts up a shot short. Coloni on the board, gets it to Towers, to Wheeler, and the Bearcats run the other way. Wheeler into the front court to Young, left wing, left block shot off the glass and in.
Used that glass perfectly that time.
Eric Young has had a nice game so far.
I don't know that he could have used it any better.
And it's 37-16, Christopher on top by 21, and they pick up the pressure. They smell blood in the water. Odell comes and travels with a basketball. Saturday Sports Show every Saturday morning from 8:08 a.m. to 10 a.m. on AM 940 WMIX, as well as at WMIXsports.com. We have guests, scores, talking at WMIX Sports Social Media Question of the Week.
Weber is only down 12 after 2, but came out and shot 0 of 6 from three-point land, now 0 of 7, and sees himself down 21.
In the right corner, Atchison for a three, rattles around. Towers skies for the rebound. He goes up and is fouled. Boy, oh boy, did Towers come out of nowhere. He just flew down the middle of the lane, and all Weber could do was foul him on the shot. With a minute and a half to go in the third quarter.
That'll be on Colton Dye.
Crossroads Community Hospital, player of the game. We'll pick one when this one is over. While we hours, another emergency room. Crossroads Community Hospital's emergency department place to be seen by physicians within 30 minutes of your arrival.
First free throw opportunities tonight for the Bearcats. They missed the first.
Man, Southern Illinois girls basketball teams right now are whiffing.
That one I could have called.
Yes, I know. But that's all part of that deal there, too, though. Yeah. Towers hit them both. 30, actually, it's 1 out of 2, 38-16. And it's a 22-point lead for the Bearcats, looking to play Waltonville for a fourth time on Wednesday night, which will be a dandy. Top of the key is Austin. He'll look and travel the basketball. Hunter Wheeler. Between Hunter Wheeler and Jake Towers, their defense out front for Christian around the perimeter the next few years is going to be pretty darn good.
Oh, yeah, it is. Use that youth movement.
Youth movement for sure. Come start a bank relationship with Community First Bank where you won't be disappointed. Community First Bank in the Heartland. Welcome back to Personal Bank locations at 9 at Dix, Woodlawn, and 2. And Mount Vernon. Top of the key, Wheeler, right wing to Towers. Towers with it. Left corner with it to Merckx. Merckx to Coloni to Towers as they set up a final shot. Towers inside. Merckx, they tried to get it to Young. Tipped away. Merckx recovers in the right corner. Merckx gives to a cutting Towers down the lane. Bounce pass to Young. Shot good and a foul. Basket good in the silo. Straight up, straight down. And that's going to be a foul on Dakota Dickey, his first, team second of the half. Another interesting score coming in. Yeah, that's, sums it up.
Well, you see these conferences beat up on each other, and then it's no surprise come regional time when it's a shock or not a shock.
Right.
Blah, blah, blah.
We'll give a scoreboard up. There you go. Blah, blah, blah. That update brought to you by Blah, blah, blah. Further on the right wing, Henderson for a three. Rattles off the mark. Wheeler had it, lost it, now corrals it. He's going to race to the front court on the dribble. Kicks it around a little bit to Coloni. Coloni near the Christopher bench to Wheeler. Wheeler will throw right side to Towers. 20 seconds to go in the third with Weber down 38-16. Wheeler with it. Top of the key. With 14 seconds. Man-to-man from Weber. He'll go right wing to Young. Gets a ball screen from Merckx. Young down the lane. Blows by his man. Misses the layup. Henderson on the rebound. Merckx will get the foul on the breaking the law of verticality. 3-5 now. 5.4 seconds to go. Remember I told you about Twitter at WMIX Sports. Give us a follow. We're posting information constantly on Twitter tonight at WMIX Sports. Odell throws it in to Austin. Austin travels with the basketball. Christopher's going to get a chance with about 2 or 3 seconds left. So you got about 2 seconds to go off there. But it's going to be 1.9. Nobody's too concerned about it. Side out of bounds coming from Young in front of the Christopher bench. Young gets it to Towers on the left wing. Shot from three at the horn. Good! Jake Towers knocks down a three at the end of three quarters. It's Christopher 43, Weber Township 16. You're listening to Weber Township Trojans basketball in the showcase on WMIX.
A Coach House Garage is money well spent on craftsmanship that's sure to get compliments.
Don't cut corners on your garage. It adds value to your home. That's why you need to see the professionals at Coach House Garages. Choose from a variety of Coach House Garage designs, or they'll build one to your design. For a dealer near you, check the yellow pages in Mount Vernon, or go online to CoachHouseGarages.com.
More than just a garage. More than just a garage. It's a Coach House.
When an emergency happens, time is everything. You don't want to spend time in a waiting room, so choose Crossroads Community Hospital. With their 30-minute or less ER service pledge, the entire team is committed to working diligently to have you initially seen by a physician within 30 minutes of your arrival. When minutes matter, choose the ER that doesn't waste time. Choose Crossroads Community Hospital. Visit crossroadscommunityhospital.com to learn more. If you are experiencing a medical emergency, call 911.
Daily schedules, scores, and more. Find WMIX Sports on Facebook. Back to the showcase on WMIX.
Back here for the fourth quarter. Czerwinski with Chris Hugo alongside. Christopher leads Weber Township 43-16. Young has it in the left corner for the Bearcats. To Atchison, to Coloni, right wing to Hunter Wheeler. Wheeler has it, goes top of the key to Coloni. Down the lane he goes on a march. Shot, no good. Rebound Henderson. Here come the Trojans. They need to get going down 27. Odell into the front court. Goes left wing to Dickey to Henderson. Three ball away from Ty. Rattles out. Man, that's in the story of the night. As Young gets a rebound for the Bearcats. Corrals gets it to Wheeler and brings it into the front court. Wheeler will get it bounced past to Koo. Looks at as Dickey stole it away. He gets it to Odell and a foul on Wheeler, his third. That'll be the sixth on the Bearcats. Community First Bank of the Heartland, with more Jefferson County locations than anyone else. Locally owned, decisions made here. Proud supporters of Jefferson County. Also, the WMIX Sports Mobile Studios, driven here tonight by Ford Square and King City Chrysler. Odell bringing it across the line. Weber down by 27. Needs to get something going. Henderson inside pass tip to Wheeler. Henderson, ball bounces all the way back out to him. Out to Dye, top of the key. Ball tipped by Young again. Bodies everywhere. Henderson corrals it in the backcourt as it was deflected, so he can go back there and get it. Henderson, top of the key. He'll come to the right side. Picks up his dribble. Out to Ice to Dye. Left wing to Dickey. Holds above his head. Now goes to Henderson. Now to Dye in the right corner. Dye gets it to Henderson. Holds. Now to Dye. Dye shot fake. Gets to the baseline. Shot blocked. Rebound Henderson up. No good. R.J. Koo is going to pick up a foul. Madison Henderson the line to shoot two. Scoreboard update. CHPC beat Goreville in overtime tonight. 1A girls super play 70-57. Mount Pulaski leads Oakville at the end of 3, 29-27. And other girls play. Civic Memorial leads Massac 25-19 as Henderson hits the first. That's at the half. Mater Dei beat Columbia 58-51, and Quincy Notre Dame beat Chattanooga-Glenwood 52-30. That scoreboard update brought to you by Scott Owens at State Farm Insurance. Talk to your neighbors and talk to State Farm agent Scott Owens. Great service plus discounts. Like a good neighbor, State Farm agent Scott Owens is there. Henderson front rims the second one, and Atchison has the rebound. Quickly goes into the front court. He'll throw it to Wheeler at the top of the key. Has it on the right corner. Coloni pulls up from 15. Good. Josh Coloni knocks down a shot. His first point, 45-17. It's all Christopher right now.
Oh, it is. And you take a look at Weber's repertoire of shots in the second half, and they're now 0 of 10 for beyond the arc.
Heads up. Ugh. I'll pay attention. Our friend to the right wasn't paying attention. 45-17 with 6 fans to go in the game. Facebook.com/WMIX Sports. A great way for you to follow us. Like us there as well. We have new content. We'll post some new stuff later. Facebook.com/WMIX Sports. My thoughts exactly. I know what score you're looking at.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, hey, look, check this note out. This is hilarious. This is what happens when you get scared about a ball coming at you. Oh, our friend's okay, though. We'll report that. Young throws it in. That's the Atchison. Bearcats have it. Shot from 12. No good. It's deflected out of bounds off of Merck's hands, and it'll go to Weber Township. WMIXsports.com. That's our website. Go there for our schedule and scores. We also have highlights as well as archives of both audio and video games that we do, as well as our Twitter feed is there live, and that's instantaneous information. If you're not on Twitter, you can just read it there at WMIXsports.com. Christopher all around tips the ball out of bounds as Weber can't get anything going offensively, at least that time there and down the floor. Henderson's going to throw in from where the baseline meets the sideline, kind of like soccer to throw in the corner. Odell with it between the circles. He tried to throw it to Dye, tipped by Atchison. Odell throws it back in as he was going out of bounds. Atchison to Young, layup good. Atchison and Young have been a handful. They're going to be a handful in this regional. This Christopher team at a 4th seed wouldn't be shocked if they somehow make a deep run in this regional. Odell throws it, tipped out of bounds by Atchison, and there's Atchison and Young again.
Atchison had 10 first-half points, but it's been a defense in the second half that has really helped out Eric Young, who now has 10 second-half points. Very impressive. They're now combining for 29.
Colton Dye throws it in to Ice. Odell on the right wing. Odell with it. He'll look and throws it out top of the key to Dickey. Dickey, and this man-to-man has been very sticky by Christopher tonight. It was 12-11 Christopher at one point. Henderson shot 15 off the mark. It'll go out of bounds there. It's saved in, though. Weber saved it in, but then they threw it away. 4:38 to go in the game. 47-17. Christopher by 30. Coloni, look, has to go top of the key to Young. Young down the lane, layup foul. Young will go to line and shoot two. The boys' side of the score updates will tell you Carmi beat Hamilton County 45-38. Frankfort beat El Dorado 61-56, and Greenville beat St. Anthony 51-40. At the end of one, Benton leads Vienna 21-14, and at half, Redbud leads DuQuoin 30-22. Red Hill beat Clay City 58-33. It was Carroll over Doncola 78-48. South Central leads Odin after 3, 30-26. St. Elmo and Beecher City are tied at 31 late in the fourth quarter. As Young hits the first, that scoreboard update brought to you by Scott Owens and State Farm Insurance. Give him a call at 242-3770 to get to a better state. Scores will be tweeted all night long at WMIX Sports. We'll get a big scoreboard update posted later on our website at WMIXsports.com. Young makes both. 49-17, Odell into the front court. Tries to dribble right side, gets cut off. Throws it inside. Young tips, pass, stolen away. Unbelievable. He's been everywhere. Hunter Wheeler into the front court. Left wing to Atchison down in the corner. Skips it out. Young top of the key. Now gets it off baseline. That was a shot by Sager. It's no good. Rebound goes to Odell. Odell throwing in the front court to Henderson. Dye has it on the left wing. Right wing to Ide. Inside pass to Henderson. Posts up. Body shot. Rolls over the iron. Went from right rim to left rim over the iron. And Hunter Wheeler has it for the Bearcats up by 32. Atchison inside pass Sager. Back to Atchison. Long three on the way. Front of the iron, no good. Rebound to Dye. To Odell. Odell will walk it into the front court. Weber down by 32 as their season's going to come to an end at 8-18 as Odell goes down the lane, missed the layup. That's kind of defined the night for the Trojans. Atchison off the hands of Young and saved in by Dickey. From Ice to Dickey to Odell. Chad Harper's going to clear his bench on the next set ball. Odell goes left wing to Colton Dye. Shot no good. Rebound. Sager had it. Wheeler gets it. Hunter will bring it into the front court. Wheeler on the left wing. Has to pick up the dribble. Pass to Sager. Shot short. Rebound Henderson. And we have a timeout. They're going to run in some players. There's an official timeout. David Davis blew the whistle to get everybody in. Saturday Sports Show every Saturday morning on AM 940 WMIX, as well as online at WMIXsports.com. Yes, scores, talk, and, of course, that WMIX Sports social media question of the week. To tag on that scoreboard update, Mount Pulaski leads Oakville in the girls' super at Jacksonville 31-27 with 5 to go. Ooh, and that night for Southern Illinois basketball girls-wise. In the right corner for Weber, Ryan Johnson has it, top of the key to Moser. Moser inside, the hammer, shot off the mark. There's Welch with it, off hands. There's a shot from Hammer, rolls off the iron, rebound goes to Christopher. Hodge has the rebound to Brown as Coach Stallman also clears his bench. Hodge with in the right corner to Connor from 15, no good. Tipped around. Rebounded by Unknown Soldier, number 14. I'll have to get a number on him. Brown with it in the corner to Sager. They go inside. There's the Unknown Soldier. You know he's going to score. Let me look at the book. He is not listed. Let's see what the name is. And he's not going to have it. Yeah, nobody has it. 51-17, the Unknown Soldier scores. 51-17, Christopher, 2 minutes to go. Top of the key with it is Moser on the right wing to Johnston. Johnson back out front to Austin. Austin down the lane, jump stop, couldn't get anything. Kicks it out right corner to Johnson, who throws it top of the key. Moser jump hook from 15, no good. Rebound goes to the 14 for Christopher. As soon as we get a name, we'll get it.
He's going to be all everything right now.
They're trying to find the names right now. Sager down the lane, that's a foul. Sager will go to line to shoot 2. Nobody up here would know. But I was looking around to see if anybody was here in orange and blue. And Luke Sager will go to line to shoot 2. Remember, Chris and I will pick the Crossroads Community Hospital player of the game when this one is over. Flyweight hour is another emergency room. When Crossroads Community Hospital's emergency department pledges to be seen by physician within 30 minutes of your arrival. First free throw was good by Sager. He gets in the book. And Oakville's still down 6 now with 3.5 to go as Sager hits them both. As Eric Stallman going to get some more players in. It'll be Christopher and Waltonville for the 4th time on Wednesday night. Christopher and Waltonville at 7:30. You'll be able to listen to that game right here on WMIX 94.1 FM as well as at WMIXsports.com. There's a layup up and in by Maurice Brown on the steal. 55-17. As right corner, Moser with a shot. It's no good. Rebounded by Brown. As we come the other way, the Bearcats with 1:15 to go. Christopher and Waltonville. Waltonville won the first of the Turkey tournament. Christopher won the Holiday tournament. And there goes down the lane. And they still don't have a name on him. You knew he was going to score, didn't you? Yeah. However, with the basketball top of the key, that's Austin. Austin has it. Tipped out of bounds. It'll go to Christopher with 53 seconds.
6 turnovers in the 4th quarter now. 12 in the second half for Weber. Big difference in this game.
And Brown will bring it across the timeline.
Yeah.
As Christopher will play Waltonville for the 4th time on Wednesday night. Williams with it, top of the key, swings it to Brown on the left wing. A lot of close games with both boys and girls played in Southern Illinois tonight. Christopher going to be content to hold the basketball here in this ball game with this 40-point lead. They're not going to want to score, I don't believe. I think they'll shut this down. And Christopher will go to 14 and 12 overall. Weber makes the steal, though. Austin scores. Right when Christopher was kind of sitting there waiting for the time to run out, and they're going to run it out right now. Christopher will walk it up. Your final score tonight, Christopher 57, Weber Township 19. We'll take a break, come back with That's brought by Postgame Show. You're listening to Weber Township Trojans Basketball and Showcase on WMIX.
I'm meteorologist Dave Bowers. We'll look at your next rad weather. Showers this evening and then clearing late tonight. It's going to be windy, colder, a low of 26. Tomorrow mostly sunny, brisk, and much colder, a high 36. Tomorrow night clearing, quite cold, a low 16 to 20. The outlook for Wednesday, bright sunshine but cold, high only 31. And then on Thursday, it's a cold rain. You have to watch for icing early in the day with a high of 36. Next rad weather from WMIX, Mount Vernon, Illinois.
What do you look for in a full-size pickup? Hi, Roy Schmidt Ford dealer, Ford Square, Mount Vernon. Here are some hard facts. The 2013 Ford F-150 can tow a heavier trailer and haul more cargo than any of its competitors, and it's engineered and tested to withstand more punishment. The F-150 is built Ford tough to come through with the capability you expect in this full-size pickup from Ford day in and day out. Right now you can save $4,500 on a 2013 Ford F-150 Crew Cab 4x4 with the new EcoBoost engine when you finance through Ford Motor Credit. That includes 3 payments on us. Come see any of our sales associates today and drive away in a Ford F-Series or any vehicle at Ford Square Mount Vernon, 1501 Broadway in Mount Vernon, Illinois, or log on to fordsquare.com.
You can count on us. Yes, you can.
Combine comfort and savings store-wide during the President's Day sale at Newell Furniture and the General Store in Woodlawn. Lots of items like Lazy Boy recliners, sofas, sectionals, and Sealy's Optimum Cool Gel bedding are sale priced. The General Store is packed with fresh new market stuff, and you'll get 15% off store-wide. Plus, pay no sales tax on any in-stock purchase. But hurry, the President's Day sale ends this Tuesday at Newell's.
Hi, this is Joe Gliosi, commercial banker for People's National Bank in beautiful Mount Vernon, Illinois. People's National Bank has served local businesses and farmers for over 100 years. With a wide variety of deposit and loan products, we have all your banking needs covered. From opening or expanding a business to purchasing a farm implement for the upcoming season, People's National Bank is here to help. Stop by today and let us show you what a true community bank can do for you. People's National Bank, serving Southern Illinois farmers and businesses since 1909. Member FDIC.
Sesser Auto Body would like to take a moment to remind everyone driving to and from the game to drive safe and be alert. Sometimes events happen beyond your control. When it does, take your vehicle to the Collision Pros. Sesser Auto Body is pre-approved by most insurance companies throughout Southern Illinois. This allows them to get the parts ordered quicker, getting you back on the road faster and in showroom condition. Sesser Auto Body, 602 South Park in Sesser, or call 625-3523. That's 625-3523.
This is the Showcase on WMIX. The Sesser Auto Body postgame show starts now.
Final score tonight from the Waltonville Boys Class 1A Basketball Regional. It was Christopher 57, Weber Township 19. We welcome you into the Sesser Auto Body postgame show. They're pre-approved by most insurance companies. This means Sesser Auto Body can get your vehicle back on the road faster. Next time you have collision, see the Collision Pros at Sesser Auto Body, 602 South Park in Sesser. Some scores going on right now from around Southern Illinois. Marshall beat Cumberland 50-24 at the end of 3. It's Murphy leading Anna 34-29. Boys play. Girls play in mid-third quarter. Civic Memorial and Massac County are tied to 29. In boys play at the half, Benton leads Vienna 33-30. And with 3 minutes to go, Mount Pulaski leads Oakville in the Class 1A Super at Jacksonville 37-33. At the end of 3 in boys play, Lawrenceville over Fairfield 37-35. And an update on that girls' score from Jacksonville. Oakville trails Mount Pulaski 36-30 with 1:09 to go. Let's take another break. We'll come back with scoring and stats. You're listening to Weber Township Trojans basketball in the Showcase on WMIX.
I know you've heard about mortgage rates being all-time lows, but have you done anything about it yet? Hi, I'm Rick Pigg, mortgage lender at Community First Bank. There's never been a better time at buying a home or refinancing an existing mortgage. The sooner you act, the more you save, and we'll be there to help you through every step of the way. For more information, visit us at comfirstbank.net or stop by one of our 5 locations.
Community First Bank with locations in Mount Vernon, Woodlawn, Dix, and Ina. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Your spine is a miracle of engineering, so when pain strikes, your body is telling you to get help fast. The Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois is proud to feature their spine care team. And when there are back problems, pain is always a constant companion. The Orthopedic Center also specializes in pain management, so put our spine care team on the job. Find out more online at orthocenter-si.com. Stop the pain, fix the problem, and enjoy life again. The Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois.
Dig in with full contact coal miner training at Red Lake College.
Learn in our new 20,000 square feet coal mine training center. Use real equipment like continuous miners and power sitters, and check out the new mine rescue and fire safety training tunnel. Associate degree and occupational certificates available.
We're full contact, hands-on coal mining. Real equipment, real live, all the time.
What are you waiting for? Call 618-437-5321 and get started.
What is good sports talk, really? Around these parts, it's the WMIX Saturday Sports Show. Every Saturday morning after the 8 o'clock news. With a vast assortment of interviews and knowledgeable in-studio discussion. It's the most content-driven local sports show on the radio dial. And it's every Saturday morning after the 8 o'clock news. Only on AM 940 and WMIXSports.com. Where you can listen on your computer, smartphone, or any device. It's all made possible by Crossroads Community Hospital. It's more than a hospital. It's what healthcare should be. Back out to the WMIX Sports mobile studios on WMIX at WMIXSports.com. This is the Showcase, presented by Community First Bank.
Final score from the Waltonville Boys Class 1A Regional tonight, it was Christopher 57, Weber Township 19. We welcome you into the Cesar Auto Body postgame show. Sometimes things happen in an automobile that are beyond your control. When they do, take your vehicle to Cesar Auto Body to get you on the road quicker in showroom condition. Cesar Auto Body, 602 South Park. And Cesar, I'll turn it over to Chris Hugo for the scoring and stats of this one.
Well, taking a look at the scoring in this one, of course, you take a look at the team shooting. In the second half, the Bearcats were 10 of 23 inside. They were 20 of 40 inside for the game for 50%. That was a big difference in this one, interior presence. Bearcats were 4 of 11 from the outside for 36.4%. They were 24 of 51 for the game for 47.1%. Trojans were just 4 of 28 inside for 14.3%. They were 3 of 16 outside for 18.8%. Adds up to 7 of 44 from the floor for 15.9%. Free throw shooting, the Bearcats were 5 of 7 for 71.4%. Trojans just 2 of 4 to 9 for 50%. Christopher out-rebounded Weber 32-21, while the turnover disadvantage belonged with Weber 23-13. Individual scores, first for the Trojans, Colt Dye had 6, 5 from Ty Henderson, 4 from Levi Ite, and 2 apiece from Zane Austin and Dakota Dickey give them 19. While for the Bearcats, they had quite a few more in the book tonight. They were led by Eric Young's game-high 18, 13 from Tyler Atchison, 6 apiece from Jacob Towers and Kevin Merks, and 4 points from Dustin Hammonds off the bench in the fourth quarter. They also had 2 apiece from Luke Sager, Hunter Wheeler, Josh Coloni, and R.J. Koo to give us our final score of the Christopher Bearcats 57, the Weber Trojans 19. Christopher will advance to Wednesday night's game at 7:30, where they'll play Waltonville for a fourth time. You can listen to that game right here on WMIX 94.1 FM or online at WMIXSports.com. We need to take a break. We'll come back and pick a Crossroads Community Hospital player of the game. You're listening to Weber Township Trojans basketball on the Showcase on WMIX.
Combine comfort and savings store-wide during the President's Day sale at Newell Furniture and the General Store in Woodlawn. Lots of items like Lazy Boy recliners, sofas, sectionals, and Sealy's Optimum Cool Gel bedding are sale priced. The General Store is packed with fresh new market stuff, and you'll get 15% off store-wide. Plus, pay no sales tax on any in-stock purchase. But hurry, the President's Day sale ends this Tuesday at Newell's.
When an emergency happens, time is everything. You don't want to spend time in a waiting room, so choose Crossroads Community Hospital. With their 30-minute or less ER service pledge, the entire team is committed to working diligently to have you initially seen by a physician within 30 minutes of your arrival. When minutes matter, choose the ER that doesn't waste time. Choose Crossroads Community Hospital. Visit crossroadscommunityhospital.com to learn more. If you are experiencing a medical emergency, call 911.
We're worldwide. This is the Showcase on WMIX and WMIXSports.com. Presented by Community First Bank.
Final time from Waltonville tonight as the Christopher Bearcats beat Weber Township 57-19 here on the Cesar Auto Body postgame show. Cesar Auto Body reminds you to drive safe on the way home from the night's game. Next time you have an accident, see the collision pros at Cesar Auto Body to get on the road faster. Cesar Auto Body, 602 South Park in Cesar. We didn't talk about it off the air. Of course we didn't. And that we
makes it more fun and dramatic.
Makes it more fun, yes. So we have to pick a Crossroads Community Hospital player of the game.
Well, given that pitchers and catchers have reported, and it's spring training time, and basketball season is winding down, I'm going to go with a baseball name tonight. Eric Young. He was the top one here tonight with 18 game-high points. Speaking of code as well.
Yeah,
how'd that work out?
How about that? Eric Young from Christopher. Not a bad night. Great defensively as well. Something to be proud of. Of course, Waltonville and Christopher going to play for the 22nd time here on Wednesday night. Should be a good one. Should be a really good one. You'll be able to listen to that game as right here. Back to Eric Young, our Crossroads Community Hospital player of the game. Why wait hours in another emergency room? Crossroads Community Hospital's emergency department pledges to be seen by a physician within 30 minutes of your arrival. Christopher versus Waltonville. You'll be able to listen to that one here on Wednesday. Now, let's go through the schedule this week. Tomorrow night, we'll make the trip to Effingham as the Mount Vernon Rams will play the Effingham Hearts tomorrow night. You can listen to that game starting with the pregame around 7:25 here on WMIX 94.1 FM, or watch the game live on our website at WMIXsports.com. Wednesday night, we have a doubleheader. It's video tomorrow night. Have video. I said that. Well, sorry. Okay. Wednesday night, we have a doubleheader of action. First off, they'll be both on FM. Starting around 5:45, I'll come on the air from Woodlawn as the Woodlawn Cardinals will play South Central, the opening game for the Cardinals, as the defending Class 1A state champs will be at home. In their regional, playing South Central. I'll be on the air about 5:45 with the pregame, 94.1 FM, as well as online at WMIXsports.com. As soon as that one's over, we'll shift it south here to Chris Hugo. He'll be here for Waltonville and Christopher. I'll eventually get down the road and get here to help out as well. As Waltonville and Christopher will begin around 7:30 tip. It will be a 7:30 tip because there's no game here tonight on that night but one. So it will be 7:30. It'll be on the FM 94.1 as well as online at WMIXsports.com. Chris and I will return back here on Thursday night as Steelville will play the winner of Wayne City and Cesar-Valera. We'll be on the air Thursday night at 7:15. Opening tip at 7:30. You can listen to Steelville versus the winner of Wayne City and Cesar-Valera on WMIX 94.1 FM or online at WMIXsports.com. Friday night, it's a split. The Rams will head to Carbondale on the FM 94.1 or watch it live online at WMIXsports.com. I'll be at Woodlawn for the regional championship on AM 940 as well as online at WMIXsports.com. 7:15 pregame, opening tip 7:30 on Friday night. If you need more, need a schedule, go to Facebook.com/WMIXsports. We got a post on there as well of our schedule. Also, go to our website, WMIXsports.com, to keep up. Also on Twitter, at WMIXsports. Final thought, and we'll get out of here and head on our merry way.
That was a great effort by Weber tonight through probably the first half. Things just kind of fell apart as Christopher was able to intensify the defensive effort in half number 2, and Weber tried to settle for some outside shots, just didn't pan out, but they gave it their best. And you look forward to what's going to happen in years to come as Chad Harper gets his system implemented there at Weber. And then, of course, for Christopher, they're going to get another year older. Of course, their season's not done, but we'll get to talk about them more on Wednesday night, but you look forward to seeing what they're going to be able to put together over the near future.
All right, and let's go to a friend of colleague of ours. With all that wrapped up for our WMIX sports team at Jesse Clark in the studio, for Chris Hugo, I'm Danny Czerwinski. Final score tonight, Christopher 57, Weber Township 19. We thank you for listening, and good night, everybody.
Thank you for listening to the Jefferson County Basketball Showcase on WMIX and WMIXsports.com. Presented by Community First Bank of the Heartland. Welcome back to Personal Banking. The showcase is also sponsored in part by Crossroads Community Hospital. It's more than a hospital. It's what healthcare should be. The Collision Pros at Cesar Auto Body. Newell Furniture and the General Store in Woodlawn. Red Lake College. It's time. Visit your virtual counselor at rlc.edu. And by Coach House Garages. Ford Square and King City Chrysler. You can count on us, the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois. State Farm agent Scott Owens. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. And People's National Bank. For inside information before, during, and after the game, log on to WMIXsports.com or find us on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. We are your home for news, talk, sports, and today's hot country.